go. We're gonna have some problem with you.
I'm gonna smuggle drugs.
You saved me a fortune.
I didn't do that for you. I did that to survive.
What would you do if someone betrayed your family?
Hi, Jeffrey.
Hi, Jade.
Hi.
Shuya, right? Is that
Yes,
you said?
yeah.
Shuya. Sorry, I had a wrong link, so I'm here. Thanks for waiting.
Okay.
What a wonderful thriller. I mean, I can't tell you how much I enjoyed this film, the look of it, the acting, everything. This is just, it's like one of my favorite movies this year. This is fantastic. So thank you both for joining me today.
Thank you for having us.
Well, Shuya, can you tell us what a snakehead is? How the definition of a snakehead?
A snakehead, she's a human smuggler, basically. That's what she is. She is a woman that brings immigrants into their country, and you have to pay a price for it.
And Jade Daima is like the godfather of Chinatown.
The head snakehead.
Godmother.
Godmother. That's right. You got to be right, correct? She's the godmother of Chinatown. All roads lead to her. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Yeah. She assumes this leadership role because probably no one else will do it because of the consequences of it. And it comes with responsibility being a snakehead. And this story is inspired by Sister Ping's true story, but it isn't based on it. So we had the creative liberty to actually focus on the humanism of the film. And Evan gave us that liberty, which was great.
Yeah, it was fantastic to do that.
Oh, absolutely. It's not just a crime story, but it's about the human drama. Yeah, and so
Exactly.
Sister C, she's not interested in the American dream. She wants to find her daughter, but she owes $50,000 to Dai Ma, which is standing in her way, right?
Right. I mean, as everywhere, you have to work it off, right? Now, what is the price for it? So, right, the price is to come to the United States. She needs to do whatever she needs to do to get her daughter.
And is $50,000 the price of a child? I mean, how you can't put a dollar amount on that, and it's nothing. It's nothing really.
Yeah, and Dai Ma takes a shine to Sister Shi, but she treats her like family, which is alarming the rest of Dai Ma's family because she never lets her guard down. She just feels this kinship.
Well, she has to find someone to carry on the legacy, and her sons aren't going to do it. Someone has to take it on. And what she sees in Sister C is she sees a protege, that she can take over the legacy, and that she knows that this community and this operation will continue after she's gone.
And so, Sister C, I love how she says, I'm not weak. Those are for other people. So she really demonstrates throughout the whole film that she's a force to be reckoned with, that she's not like, even to Dai Ma, she's like, you're not like the others, So tell me about getting that confidence in that transformation of her character.
Well, I mean, like I said, she has objectives. She has to get to her daughter. And she's driven. Mm-hmm. She's driven by all means. She has a passion to get there. She's tough. She is not weak. And she shows that. She shows that. She has to prove that. And she knows she has to prove that. So how does she get there?
And she has nothing to lose. I mean, what does she have to lose? I mean, she came from horrible, foundations. She doesn't have anything to lose. And so that's what Dai Ma sees in her, because Dai Ma went through the same thing. She was also illegally trafficked, but she succeeded, so she sees all those parallels.
And Sung Kang plays her son, Rambo. He's kind of a playboy, isn't he? He doesn't want to learn the family business.
Actually, he's more complex than that. Rambo's much more complex in terms of, he made sacrifices of his own to save his mother, and you have to see the film to, I know spoilers, but, you have to see how complex that is. You have to see the complexity of the dynamic between Dai Ma and Rambo. It's like, what does she owe him, and what does he feel that she owes him? How do you identify those things? And then also the family dutifulness, He still remains the dutiful son, and he still listens to Daima, and then Daima also considers him the black sheep and the bad seed, but she still is obligated to protect him. So they're still protecting one another.
And so you're shooting in Chinatown. Well, I think Chinatown is one of the characters in this film. I mean, the movie has such a gritty feel. You take us places that people would never see before, in these kitchens, in these back rooms. How authentic was the background in this? Were these all real locations?
Those are all real locations. This movie was shoot on nothing, on financial fumes. Mm-hmm. So all those locations were originals. Those are people that Evan or O'Brien had relationship with, and they just went there and asked, "Hey, can we shoot here?" So it was very authentic. Most of the places were authentic, and maybe the set designer would like add few things in the room, but that's what New York Chinatown looks like. It makes it very special because it shows that. It shows the grittiness. It shows what Chinatown is and the community.
It shows the underbelly that most audiences, most people don't see, most tourists don't see. You go to Chinatown in any city, and you go for the food, you go for the surface, exposure to it, but you don't see the underbelly of this community. And I think, that for this film to show those real locations, this is how people live.
Well, I felt like an outsider. I felt like I was not supposed to be where I was in most of this movie. I thought it made me very uncomfortable.
Exactly. And that's where Evan succeeded in terms of, these are the locations. Let's show what it's really like. And people haven't seen that. You haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. Wow. I went to Chinatown for good food, and I'm Chinese. Yeah. I worked in Chinatown, but I didn't know the underbelly, Yeah,
I was surprised. Yeah. I didn't know it existed.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there were literally buildings where you walk down the stairs into a different things, and I was like, something like this exists, and then in the middle of the room there's a toilet. Without doors, anything. I'm like, oh wow.
It's secret passages. I mean, we had to go through secret passageways, and who knew that ever existed? It's almost like going through the subway system, walking through the subway system. And that's what this was. We were walking through the underbelly of Chinatown.
Well, ladies, thank you for delivering an incredible film. It's such a pleasure to speak to both of you. And Jade, you're such a nice woman, man, but you play a ruthless godmother.
Everyone says that. Everyone says that. And all I can say is, I hope that's good acting.
Yes.
Because
very good. Well, the best of luck with the film, and we'll talk again soon. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Jeffrey. Bye. Thanks for having us.